The writing task 1 of IELTS. We may get any question which can be a bar graph, a line graph, a pie chart. So, what are we learning in the class here? How to make clear sentences, how we can be very quick and very fast, how we have to manage those 20 minutes of time. And in this regard, what works best is first focusing on making clear notes from the image what you get, and then framing that into clear sentences. And when you're making sentences, what sort of words are actually needed? So this is what we are going to learn in the class today. Here we have a bar graph, a picture which is speaking about waste collection. The categories which are paper, glass, tins and garden. The chart is showing about the waste collection by a recycling center from 2011 to 2015. Study the picture properly, take a screenshot, understand every figure in a clear manner, and then we will see how we have to write the clear 4 paragraphs. So here we begin. When you start your first sentence, which is generally the introduction sentence, you have to rewrite the question and you should never give your opinion or the data in it. So, a simple format of the sentence can be the so and so illustrates so and so regarding categories, and then you speak about the time details. So, this is the normal pattern of writing the sentence. Following this, let's understand the sample introduction sentences of this question. The bar chart illustrates the quantities of 4 types of waste collected by a recycling center between 2001 and 2015. This is one type of the way of writing the introduction. Another can be the bar chart shows waste collected in 4 types of materials over 5 years. Another one can be the bar chart illustrates the amounts for 4 waste categories over the period shown. And the final one, the bar chart shows waste collection levels across 4 materials over the period from 2011 to 2015. After seeing the sample introduction sentences in 4 different types, let's understand them properly. Here we have spoken that it is the quantities of 4 different types of waste. What are it? They are collected by a recycling center. In the second sentence, we have used the words like waste collected. Instead of using the time, we have used a time expression which is over the 5 years. Because it is the waste, we have used an expression which is the amounts for. Again, for the time, we have used the word over the period shown. Similarly, the last one, it is the waste collection, again which is the topic of the bar graph here. We have used the word across. Across means the 4 materials which are given. So this is again a good preposition, across. Then it is the time phrase which is over the period from 2011 to 2015. After writing the introduction, it is the overview paragraph. What do you do in the overview paragraph? We just speak about the highlights and the lowest. We don't give any numeric information here. So for that, as we have discussed, when you have the question in front of you, don't directly start writing. Rather, make some notes on what points you want to develop. So with your image, with the bar graph image with you, now zoom the picture and see it. In that we understand that paper was standing at the highest every year. So that is one point. Second, the lowest in every year and also being consistent across the whole period. Now hope you have remembered the word across, a good preposition, was the garden waste. So we have taken the highest and the lowest. You can take as many as you want. You can write only one sentence as the overview paragraph. You can write two speaking about the high and the low. You can merge even the averages. Okay, now after this, we write the sentence. Sentence is also very, very clear, and the sentence is with a word count of 18 words. So overall, comma, the subject is paper, was collected in the largest amounts throughout the period. Instead of giving the years, the time expression throughout the period is taken. Now, because we are speaking about the opposite, the contradicting word is while. While garden waste, again the subject. After that, what is the continuation? It is the verb in the past tense because the years are past. So it is consistently remained the lowest. Superlative degrees take the article the. The sentence is very clear and the sentence stands to the band of 9. Now, sentence number 3. We are continuing with the overview paragraph. We are adding one more sentence here. What am I going to speak about? That all the 4 categories went up and down. That means they were not steady. And when something is going up and down throughout, then it is the word used as fluctuated. Don't just fall for the fanciness of the word and use fluctuated randomly. There should be a continuous rises and falls. Then only you are bound to use the word fluctuated. Otherwise, you go wrong with your word choice. Fine. Now, by the final year, if you see the picture again, most of them had higher values. And at the end, it was greater than the start point. Okay, now after collecting these points, it's the sentence. So the overview, continuing sentence. Another noticeable feature is that if you want, you can include these 4 words or you can directly go with the answer, which is although. Starting letter should be capital. So it is although all categories fluctuated, categories. That is the 4 list which is given. All categories fluctuated. Insert a comma after the clause. Most of them finished the period at higher levels than in the first year. Now, after writing the overview paragraph, it is the body paragraphs. What you have to do in the body paragraphs? You have to clearly explain every trend what you see. So, we are going with the first year. What are we doing? We are clearly making the comparisons. For that, here are the notes. While I am explaining the notes, students, keep the picture with you so that you parallelly compare it. We are talking about the year 2011. Paper had the highest value because in the body paragraphs we have to mention the numeric information also. We are mentioning it is 57 tons. Then it is the glass which is the second highest, standing at 48 tons. Tins and garden waste was much lower. Their values are 35 and 32 tons. Now, when you are writing these words, these informations, we want a comparison degree, which is the word followed by, a good word to write. When you are showing the contrast, the vocabulary is while. When you are describing the trend, the words are dominant or it is considerably lower. Now, what is the order? The order is moving from the highest to the lowest. So, we will also use the word respectively. So, these are my notes, the vocabulary notes, the points notes. Now, my sentence comes. In 2015, Need not to write in the year again, that is a redundancy. So it is in 2015, paper was the dominant category at 57 tons, followed by glass at 48 tons, while tins and garden waste were considerably lower at 35 and 32 tons. See how simple it becomes when you have the notes and the words all ready. Now, when you make your notes ready, you need not to go again to the question and come down to write a sentence. Notes making helps you in drafting your sentences properly and saves your time also. Now, sentence number 5. What am I going to do? I am trying to make some contrasts with the moments, and I am going to highlight the sharp fall. Talking about the year 2012, paper fell from 57 to 50. Glass also decreased from 48 to 41. So what is that? Both glass and paper showed a decline. With regards to tin, there was an increment, there was an increase. And how it was small? The rise is small, so the word is marginally. Marginally. Garden waste dropped a lot. It has fell a lot. It is from 32 to 15. And because the fall is very sharp, we use the word dropped sharply. The contrast word to be used here is whereas. Now the sentence. By 2012, because we are coming to that period, so the preposition should be used by, not in, not at. The correct preposition is by. By 2012, comma, both paper and glass declined to 50 and 41 tons, whereas tins increased marginally to 27 tons and garden waste dropped sharply to just 15 tons. Moving on to sentence 6. What is the intention? There is a mixed movement and I want to make comparisons very clearly. The points I am going to talk about the year 2013. Paper decreased again from 50 to 40. So what is this? The downward trend is continuing, and for that the correct word is continue to fall. What about glasses? Glasses rises again from 41 to 48. So there is a recovery after a drop. What are you understanding? There is a recovery after a drop. So the correct word is recovered. With regards to tin, they have also increased from 27 to 35. Garden waste also increases from 15 to 31. And because the both are increasing, we use the academic word both. When we are giving the numbers, we use the word respectively. When we are showing the contrast between the paper and glass, the word is while. And when we are showing the connector for tins and garden waste, the word is and. The vocabulary ready, the points ready. Now jump into writing the sentence. In 2013, paper continued to fall to 40 tons while glass recovered to 48 tons and both tins and garden waste rose to 35 and 31 tons respectively. Sentence 7 now, which is body paragraph 2. I am speaking about 2014 with a contrast. The points is, instead of using the year, I use the word time phrase, which is a year later. A year later. Paper has increased from 40 to 51. Glass also has increased from 48 to 46. So we are grouping them together. So we use the word climbed. Tins also increase from 34 to 33. So we use an adverb that it is slightly small. Garden waste decreases again from 31 to 27. So it is a decline again. Connectors for using the contrast word is whereas. Now the sentence. A year later, paper and glass climbed to 51 and 46 tons, whereas tins rose slightly to 33 tons and garden waste declined again to 27 tons. Moving on to sentence number 8. Speaking about the year, which is 2015, paper increases sharply from 50 to 70, and it is the highest value when you see the whole chart. So the word is reached a peak. Glass also increases from 46 to 52, so it is also a rise. So the past tense of the word is rose. Tens increases again from 33 to 39. Garden waste rises from 27 to 35. So the word is recorded their highest figures. Recorded their highest figures. Now the sentence. By 2015, paper reached a peak of 70 tons while glass rose to 52 tons, and both tins and garden waste also recorded their highest figures at 37 and 39 tons. So with the 8 sentences, our answer is all complete, and here is the full answer for you to understand properly. Go to the question, study the question again, understand the words we have used, and see how easy it is to write the full answer to the band of 9. Happy learning, students.